why would you take advice of somebody who is not achieving in the area that they say they're going to? You know, I'm not talking about someone that tells you how to wire a plug or how to fix your car. I'm talking about people that tell you how to run your business. If they're not doing so great themselves, then, you know, maybe, you know, don't be nice and think, well, you know what, maybe they've just fallen on hard times. So when they're out of hard times, then listen to people, because there's too many high-priced advisors that promise the world, and they've got so many degrees, mainly in the bleeding obvious, and what they do is they peddle FOMO, so the fear of missing out. So they say, "Oh, do this," but there's no magic formula. You know, if you've got a rich dad who'll give you the money, that's great, but there's no magic formula. You've got to get out there, you've got to call clients, and you've got to speak to people without trying to just constantly sell them things. How are you? How do you find the product? Was it good? You know, we've got a special on next week. I can let you have a couple if you we've still got some left. Whatever it is you want to talk. I mean, our training programs there's modules in how to pitch deals. When you do want to take an advisor, especially a business coach or someone to help you, I think it's a great idea. But the best thing to do is get to know the person that you're talking to. Get to know, you know, you've got to respect someone to take advice from them, and they've got to be in touch with what you're doing. I mean, I was always good for years on dealing with people with small businesses. Why? Because I grew up with small businesses. You know, I was good with helping people source products and buy from China and places like that. Why? Because that's what I used to do. So I'm ingrained in that. You know, I don't know anything about being a mechanic, but I know how a garage operates, because I deal with small business, I deal with people, I don't deal with big corporations. So once you get to know somebody and they understand you, then what you really want is if they can give you advice that you didn't know, then you're doing something wrong. Because it's not about the advice you get, it's about a good business coach is someone that doesn't tell you what you already know, and you shouldn't find something new, you should know it. Lots of books out there, lots of experience out there, but what they're good at is setting your targets and making sure you're doing it. Nothing like, well, how many leaflets did you give out last week? Oh, none. Well, why? You know, I was never one of these people who say, oh, don't worry, give out more next week. I'm like, well, why do you give them out? If you know it's going to bring money in and it's going to keep your missus shut up and stop nagging you because you've got no money, then, you know, I mean, ask yourself this. Have you got more money in the bank this week than you had last week? Well, you know, really, really you should have.